Ladies and gentlemen, button pushers and wrench turners, welcome to another episode of Something's Broken. My name's Tayler Goodyear and I own TG CNC Service out of Wisconsin. I've been gone for 2 weeks in Virginia doing a pretty big fucking job and it sucked ass. But a lot of progress was made. I'll go over some of the issues that I ran into, some unforeseen issues that I kind of had no control over that I ran into, but nonetheless we made progress and might have to show up again later to finish some stuff up. Maybe. We'll see. Anyways, so Virginia OEM I used to work for subcontracted me. I pulled a B-axis table out of this machine. It's a big T orientated casting horizontal basically with the A-axis head, swivel head. The table needed to be rebuilt. Customer kind of requested me in a way to come down and pull the table out. I did that a few months ago. Table got rebuilt, got delivered, hit me up, come install it. So I went down 2 weeks ago Sunday to start installing it and get it back in the machine and get the machine back up and running. Ran into some issues, unfortunately. The pulleys, it's a belt-driven B-axis table, so you know you have a standalone servo motor, basically belt, two pulleys, pulley on the servo motor, pulley on the worm gear shaft that rotates the table itself. Belt connected. The pulleys were trashed before, so I told the customer we needed 2 new pulleys. We got 2 new pulleys. This table is a German table. We got the parts from Germany and they were the wrong size pulleys. I installed them just to try to make it work. I kept running into issues, which I'll go into later, trying to get the B-axis to rotate, and I reached out to the OEM. I was like, hey, this is what's going on. This is weird. I've never seen this before. Can you guys point me in the right direction? And I thought it was the difference in gear ratio between the two pulleys, and Siemens is very good about calculating that, and usually there's a set of parameters that you have to change according to whatever gear ratio you have. So I thought it was the pulleys. The OEM reaches out to Germany. Germany sends the correct pulleys. Within this time, I had a lot of off time. I had really nothing to do. They did have a tool changer issue on the machine as well, so I went ahead and rebuilt the tool changer arm while I was there. New seals, springs, shit like that. There were broken springs and stuff, and there was a major hydraulic leak on it, and I found that leak. It was in the sliding mechanism, because when the arm comes out, it slides into the spindle, slides back to the middle, and then swings back into the tool changer bay. The motor that slides it was leaking. It's a hydraulic motor, so I took that completely apart. I found the lip seal inside that was shot. Unfortunately, the print that I had for this machine for the breakdown of the tool changer did not break down the hydraulic motor. You could only just order the hydraulic motor itself. You couldn't just order the lip seal. So we measured up the lip seal and shit, and I was like, hey, customer, see if you can find this stateside. We'll just replace the lip seal, put this motherfucker back together, good to go. Unfortunately, we did not have very good luck, and we were on a time crunch because I only scheduled this for 2 weeks because schedule has been insane. The OEM had a hydraulic motor stateside, so we just went ahead and ordered that, which was good. We got that within 2 days. Installed that. Everything's good. Put it all back together. While I'm still waiting for the pulleys for the B-axis table from Germany. Those show up. I go to put those in, and I'm still having the same issue on the B-axis rotating. So basically what's happening, you have motor encoder feedback, and then the B-axis table also has a scale feedback encoder, and those two have like a following error between them two. So basically the motor is kind of seeing itself rotate, but the table's not rotating with it. The alarms that I was I was getting, talking with the OEM, a few guys there, we all kind of agreed that it was basically signaling a bind. But I confirmed that there was no bind in the table, and B-axis hydraulic clamping was releasing properly, no issues there. So I was like, what the fuck is, I'm like scratching my head. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I got the right pulleys in, brand new belt. I still can't get the fucking motor to rotate. It's like trying to rotate and then fucking just comes right back. I was like, what the fuck, man? What is going on? So I pull the motor out and I'm like looking at the circuit. I'm like, wait, hold on. There's no internal brake on this motor. I should be able to turn that shaft by hand, no problem. So I look at the electrical schematic again, just double checking, making sure that I'm not dumb. And I also hit up the OEM. I was like, hey guys, just confirm what I'm looking at. Like, tell me I should be able to rotate the shaft because this doesn't seem right. I should be able to turn this shaft, right? And everybody was like, yeah, you should be able to turn that shaft. I was like, all right, I have a bind in the actual servo motor. And I took a picture of the end of the servo motor when I took it off, and it was just completely caked in rust. Like, just caked in rust. And I was like, okay, I put two and two together. I was like, all right, so I had coolant infiltration into the servo motor. The servo motor sat for 3 months without rotation. Bearings inside rusted basically and seized the shaft. That's where my bind is coming from. The actual servo motor, not the table. So I was like, okay, now it makes sense. Unfortunately for the customer, it is a very old servo motor, very old. And what I found out is Siemens no longer stocks servo motors. I don't know how true this is, but this is what I was told. They don't necessarily stock servo motors anymore. You have to basically, they build the order or you have to send in to be repaired, essentially. So, kind of bought some time back on that. Let the customer know, hey, these are your options. They got to move forward. My time's up. I have to leave. I don't have a choice. I have another 2-week job that I need to be in Minnesota by Sunday, and it is Saturday. So I've got basically 48 hours to drive back home, which is about a 10-hour drive from Virginia. Try to get my shit together here, and then wake up Sunday and head to Minnesota and get ready for another 2-week long job. That all worked out accordingly. I'm back home, obviously, shooting this. And I don't know if I'll be back in Virginia to finish up that machine. Something tells me I will, but the customer is absolutely screaming for that machine, and I think more than likely I won't be able to get back down there until after July 4th. So it sucks, man. It is what it is, but when you run into issues like this, you can't control it. So and the customer's a very good customer. I've been working on their machines for 4 years, something like that. And they kind of specifically request me to come down there. So we have a very good relationship with each other. And I really feel bad. I just want to get their machine up and running, man. It's not a very big shop. It's out in the middle of nowhere in Virginia. Good old boys basically down there. So, well, it is what it is, but we'll see what happens in the future. You never know. They might be able to get the motor soon, and then they install it, and then they get the machine back up and running. But who knows? I don't know. While I was gone in those 2 weeks, contractor had some work back home. There was a job that I left that I had to do some work on, but the alignment of the spindle was in question. So I told the customer, hey, make sure you do a taper cut. I don't have time to do it. Please do this. The machine wasn't set up. All the machinists were gone out of the shop. So I was like, okay, well, I can't even do the test cut myself. So they did a test cut when I was gone and was like, hey, this spindle's fucked. We need somebody in here to align it. So I sent my contractor in there. This was basically his first experience with spindle alignments, and it's a big fucking spindle too. He did great. He did awesome, man. I was very impressed. He called me a few times just because he's very careful, and I'd rather him call me to ask me stupid questions, because a question not asked is a stupid question. but he did great. Did great. I think he got like a 12-inch over like a 12 or 18-inch cut. He got like a thou. It's like that's really good. Really good. You should be happy about that. So customer was happy, got that machine back up and running. The next day, one of my another local customer hit me up and was like, "Hey, we're having a home switch issue. Can you send somebody out?" So sent contractor Cam out there. This was a little new for Cam. Cam didn't really know too much about how this machine worked, but we were able to figure it out over the phone. Uh, there was a switch that was ordered. Customer tried to install the switch. They got the wiring backwards, and the machine wouldn't properly home out. Once we figured that out between Cam and myself over the phone, we were able to get it back up and running, no problem. So shout out to Cam. He did really good on troubleshooting without me there and without knowing the machine, without knowing the controller. He did a very good job. I was honestly very impressed with his ability to troubleshoot in the dark, not knowing shit about this machine. And it's a very old machine. So very good. Very impressed. Following week, we had a jobs lined up for a couple of weeks. He was installing a bunch of mist collectors, and the customer hit us up and was like, "Hey, we want the rest of the mist collectors installed." So I was like, "All right, perfect job for Cam." He started it and he's gonna finish it. So he was able to get all those knocked out, and then while he was down in that area, I have another big job coming up that I can't get to, but I'm contracting out. He went and picked up some materials at Menards and dropped them off at the customer site for me. So shout out to Cam again, bail me out again. But that's it, man. What a fucking busy 2 weeks, man. And now I have another 2 weeks that I'll be in Minnesota. I have a very big PM service on a NHX 10,000, a very big machine. And then at the same location, I'm doing a ball screw on a OEM machine. So we'll knock those out. I should be able to knock all that out within a week and a half, but you never know. So I scheduled 2 weeks, and then when I come back from there, I have one job set up, and then I have a new customer that I need to get into and do a walkthrough on their shop. They're waiting for me so kindly. Shout out to them for willing to wait for me. But we'll get that knocked out. I'm hoping to get all this knocked out before July 4th, but fuck, man, you never know how scheduling goes and how jobs go and problems that you run into, so we'll see what happens. All right, a lot of shit there. Try to do it as quickly as possible for you guys so it's not so boring. All right, motivation time. I want to talk about your fucking ego, man. Listen, if you want to develop yourself and expand and build yourself into a much better person, whatever situation you're going into, you need to leave your fucking ego at the door, dude. Because your ego is only going to delay your growth for an extended period of time. And we're all human, we're all learning. And when you're going into a new situation, you don't know fucking shit about that situation. So the ego needs to stay at the door. And when you leave your ego at the door, man, how open you make yourself to that experience and just like digressing everything of that experience, man, it's like you have to leave your ego at the door. Whether it's at the gym, are you trying to get better in the gym? Leave your fucking ego at the door. See how fast you get better at the gym when that ego is left at the goddamn door. Going into a new customer, leave your fucking ego at the door. I don't care how much you think you know or how much you've done something. If it's a new customer, it's new territory. You know nothing about this customer. You know nothing about their machines. You don't know they could have 5 of the same machines that you've spent working on at another customer on somebody else's floor. There's going to be aspects that are not the same. leave your fucking ego at the door. You go in there with an open mind, and 9 times out of 10, the customer will teach you a lot of things about their floor without you having to know or discover it yourself. They tell you, and then you can put everything together, and then that gives you the opportunity to better support that customer to the best of your abilities. And then when the customer likes the way that you support them, I mean, done deal, man. They're going to call you back every single fucking time. Boom, solidified. So, if you want to grow and be a better person in any aspect in life, learning, growing, leave your fucking ego at the door. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I did this really, really quick. I probably won't see you guys for another 2 weeks. Whoever's listening, I appreciate you, man. I really do. And I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else. No new news or anything like that. Schedule is busy. Everything is getting fucking hectic right now, which is really good. So thanks for following along, guys. I really appreciate it. My name's Tayler Goodyear, and I own TG CNC Service out of Wisconsin. We'll see you guys.